Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. We're starting a new unit in class on expressions and equations. So to begin with, we're going to talk about taking an expression and creating a word phrase with it. Basically, you're writing out a sentence based on the expression that you see. And why would we do that? This is going to seem very simple for most people, but why bother doing this? There's a few reasons to why this is a good skill to practice. So it's important to be able to interpret an algebraic expression. If you cannot read an algebraic expression and interpret what you're supposed to be doing with it, how are you going to be able to solve it? The expressions may look a little bit funny to some people. They may not be quite obvious what math you're doing in an expression. So it's good to practice this so that you can understand the math you're supposed to be applying. A couple more points. What is an algebraic expression? Usually contains variables. Variables are placeholders for numbers that we're not sure of, or sometimes they can just stand for any number we want. And variables are usually letters. The most common variable that you're going to see in algebra is an x. Y is also very popular. You'll see A, B, and C. It could be any letter. It could be a picture. It's basically just a symbol that stands for or takes the place of some number. All right, so let's take a look at some algebraic expressions and the word phrases we might create. So this algebraic expression here, x plus 5, if we were writing out a word phrase, we would write a number plus 5 because x, our variable, can stand for any number. So a number plus 5. All right, x minus 2 would be a number minus 2. I should make this point, and I'm just going to write this out. So for this expression here, x plus 5, a number plus 5 is acceptable, but so is 5 plus a number. And I can see that I've already screwed up my word phrase because I used a symbol. But anyway, because addition is commutative, that means that you can reverse multiplication. So x plus 5 means a number plus 5, or it can also mean 5 plus a number. That is not so with subtraction. All right, subtraction, the order is rigid. It's specific. So this expression, x minus 2, stands for a number minus 2. It does not stand for 2 minus a number, right? Because subtraction is not commutative. You cannot flip the order. So this expression stands for x, a number minus 2. All right, down here we have x divided by 3, which stands for a number divided by 3. Just like with subtraction, the order with division is very rigid. It cannot be reversed. So this is a number divided by 3. It is not 3 divided by a number. All right. Once again, not commutative. This slash right here, so you'll see division a lot like with a slash or a fraction bar. All right. So this could also be x over 3. You don't see the common division symbol very often in algebra. All right, and this here, 4x, stands for 4 times a number. Now, I want to make a note here that this, with the 4 right next to the x, that is usually the only way you will ever see multiplication in algebra. Sometimes you'll see it with the little dot. Sometimes you'll see it with parentheses, especially if you got to use the distributive property. You'll see it with parentheses. But what you're not going to see in algebra is the x as a multiplication symbol. So we won't see 4 times symbol x. It's just 4x. It's just 4 up to the variable right next to each other, or maybe 4a or 4c, whatever your variable is, whatever your number is, they're going to be right next to each other. All right, so we're going to practice writing some word phrases for these algebraic expressions. Should be fairly simple. So here we have 6 plus b. Remember that b stands for any number we want. So we could put down 6 plus a number, or since addition is commutative, we could put a number plus 6. That's fine. All right, over here, m minus 8. Remember, M stands for any number, so we have a number minus 8. All right, down here we have 3p, which that's multiplication. So we've got 3 times a number. I think I forgot to mention that multiplication is also commutative, so you could also write a number times p, or times 3, I mean. So we got 3 times a number, or a number times 3 also works. And then finally we've got w divided by 9, which is a number divided by 9. All right, once again, this, I'm sure you're probably thinking, this looks too simple. And this is a skill I like to practice with my students because I think it gives them a better understanding of how to solve equations when we get to that point, because they know what math is happening in the expression they're looking at. Or when we start evaluating expressions, they can tell like what math is happening, what math they need to be doing. So that's why I focus on this. Thank you for watching this video.